here in support of healthcare reform. And both sides using very, very strong language like we're being denied our liberty, we need to be able to express our voice, why are you taking away our democracy? Those kinds of accusations were coming from both sides of this debate. Mostly inside the event, we heard from the people who oppose the healthcare plans. But out here, I was able to talk to folks on both sides, and they started getting into a bunch of screaming matches, but then they back off of it and say, look, this is democracy in action. I just think their version of democracy is wrong.
Hey, Jessica, stay there for just a moment and listen to this exchange. Hey, guys, let me know when we can cue this exchange up again, because it was one of the more confrontational, heated exchanges of the town hall this morning with Senator Spector. Just give me a heads up when we can run this particular chunk here, because okay, let's sort of listen in.
You and your cronies in the government.
It's about healthcare. It's not about TARP. It's not about left and right. This is about the systematic dismantling of this country.
I wanted to play that section because not everyone who attended this town hall today was there to talk about health care reform, right?
Right. And you know, Tony, I covered the campaign, and a lot of the themes we're hearing, broadly speaking, are the same themes that people expressed during the campaign. Fear on the one side that President Obama, then candidate, would bring socialism and a dismantling of how folks have known government. And on the side of people who supported him and the people who support healthcare here, a sense that, okay, we can expand government programs to embrace forms of change and cover more people. I think there was one man I spoke to out here who expressed sort of the most open sense of confusion that I think underlies this whole debate. I think we have that sound. Let's listen to him. He was out here and he did get into a fight afterwards. Let's listen.
1,000 pages of government nonsense. What am I supposed to make of it? Am I going to have a job after this thing passes? I'd like to know.
He went on to say he works at a car dealership, and he went on to say he's already in trouble. And after the soundbite plays out a little bit more, but he goes on to say, I just want to know, what does my senator think? What am I doing? I don't understand this bill. Can't someone help me understand it? Well, so there's a lot of frustration that it's so hard to get your hands around.
Yeah, and I think you made the point last hour. Folks are just confused that their voices are not really being heard. And this is the moment, and you know this from your time as our congressional correspondent, that we are still in the shaping and molding of the legislation here. So part of what people need to understand, it seems to me, is that this is an opportunity for folks to not only hear about what's on the table, but play a role in shaping what's on the table, correct?
Right, exactly. This is a snapshot in a moment in time, and all of this ferment and opinion and debate will play a role in helping to shape the eventual result. If there is a bill, we're not done with it, so we'll have to wait and see what comes. But there's not a lot of understanding here. People are quite convinced that there's a finished product. That message has not conveyed yet that successfully. They do think there's a final bill that's just ready to be voted on with some small changes.
Thank you for making that point. Thank you for making that point, because that is exactly what I'm hearing, but you said it perfectly. People seem to be responding to a bill, and there really is no finished bill at this point. Make the point again, Jessica, because I think it's an important one.
Okay, there is no single final health care bill that's ready for both houses to vote on. There are versions of bills, there are more final and less final in different stages, but there is no final health care bill completed yet. So there's still time for discussion, debate, and change. And that's what we're witnessing here.
Perfect.